literally carrying around this huge APC-40 and carrying that thing around on the plane and having everybody look at you when you're extremely hungover and you're not wanting to like, I had enough of traveling with that thing. So I basically programmed this thing to do everything that I did with a big MIDI controller, but now I can control it wirelessly. And as you see, like I can still move around and determine where I'm going to go with my set. So a lot of this stuff, what I'll do is I'll like figure out where I'm going to start. I'll be like, okay, I want to start with some kind of intro noise. So I can, here, let me show you guys the pages actually. So this is my main page, and you can see like, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have basically, these are all the different BPMs, and everything that I have, if you can see over on the right-hand side how it's linked up, how you can see the BPM information. It's basically like with Ableton Live, I can play any song in any BPM and it won't sound too weird if you put it on the right part. So let's see, we can make it so it's not super loud. So basically with that, what I'm doing is I have, so what's interesting is I can speed the stuff up and down. Hold on, sorry. There we go. Yeah, so to me, honestly, it's funny to read people, not to hate on anyone that's just pressing play like Dead Mouse and just openly talking shit like that is what I'm talking about. I didn't even comment on it. I was just like, okay, let's do this now, do this now. Really dope in the studio though. I just so with this stuff you can we'll take this. You can take it and speed it up. You can slow it way down. And if I'm at a part in my set where I'm like, okay, I can see the audience isn't like vibing to this genre of music as much, because me personally, I play so many different styles of music. It's like every night I come out and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start here, but where does this audience want to go with me? So sometimes I'm like, okay, this part isn't working, and I'll be at 37 BPM. I'll come over to my launch page and I'll hit the button that launches my entire scene. So this right here is called a scene. And basically you can, when I hit this button, since it has this BPM marker in there, it'll jump. You'll see the top left up here will jump to 90 BPM. So basically, I can like do a build-up and then drop it into another whole entire different BPM or different genre, which makes it so, it seems seamless even though I'm totally switching BPMs where a lot of people will stay. So, if I click this, it jumps to 90 BPM. And then from there, I can go up and mix it into anything that I want at any BPM, and it'll still make sense, So basically what I've done is I've created, it's much like an MPD or like, you see a lot of people with the 16 pad drums, and what I've done is I've made it so these same 4 buttons at the top will trigger an unlimited amount of things. You can see right here, it's like hitting stops and starts, but if I hit up or down, like that, or choose what I want, it triggers. The same buttons trigger an unlimited amount of different things. So moving on to the third page, I have all of my sound effects and drums and their parameters, so I can. That's his voice that I recorded. I play that all the time on the video. I'll like build-up sounds when I want to increase if I don't already have it. You can stop all that. I have my live effects here too, which you can't really see on the screen. But so when I'm playing, different stuff, like for example, this track that I'm working on with Grizz. Is Grizz here right now? I heard him laughing somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yo, Grizz has got a new album out today. Everybody figure it out. Alright, so I got this different section, and what's cool is like, if I wanted, I can make a filter, so it like kind of filters in and out, so I can talk to the crowd if I want to, or I can make a build up. I've got it so, basically here I'll show you this page. So basically, I have buttons that'll make it so we'll do a build up, like a beat repeat, and then I can take the low end out of it, and it makes it so. Can you hold the mic? So I'll hold this button, so it builds up like that. Yeah. I also have bass control because one important thing for mixing and people that are starting to learn to mix, when you're mixing, it's important to pull the bass, to only have bass running in one track, so that way there's not a bunch of overlap. So I've got bass controls and then a crossfader, which you can see down here on the right side. And basically what I'm doing is this is like an A turntable. These are like my A turntables. So if you think about it, like I have two turntables on this side, and then these are my B turntables. On this side is basically like I can switch back and forth. So that's pretty much how I run my live set, and I have everything from all the old hip hop stuff I used to make to songs that I sometimes like to throw in. And it makes it so when I'm working on my set, all I have to do is drop new parts into it, and every night I'm like, okay, I'm in this part of the country, I think these people might like this, and I'll highlight what I do and don't want to play based on colors, like I don't think I should play any of the stuff in red or whatever, and all the stuff in white and stuff that I think that will work for this particular show or whatever. And so, the hour before the show, I'll kind of go through and see what the people are playing before me, because sometimes openers play really heavy dubstep before you go on, and then it's just really awkward. So,
how important would you say it is to sort of watch and kind of read the crowd?
Man, that's the
most important.
The most important, right. So, I don't know, we're going to move into a question and answer portion of the show after all this, so like we can go back in and everybody can ask questions. I think Dom is going to, do you want to show how you make a track since I did the live?
Yeah, let me just mention I just wanted to mention a couple other things. Like, I've learned, like my set isn't set up the same as Alex's. Some stuff is set up the same, but some of it isn't. And a lot of the reason why is because I have a saxophone in my hands. It's like, I can only do so much, because it takes two hands to play it. I can play like six, I can play half of the notes on one hand. So that's, or else I'd probably do a lot more like DJ-esque stuff. But what I have to do is I kind of have to set my stuff more so that, like, the way that I do it is that I set my stuff up in groups. Like I'll have, I'll try to set up like tempos in groups. So like, we can. Just take a sec to plug in.
Huge. He has really bad eyes.
When I plugged it in, I don't know what happened earlier. Wait, no, display.